Hi, my name is Martha Criley, and this is my project for On Force and Form, our one-year research studio with Heather Roberge. This project explores spatial variety within seriality. By working with repeated modules, a wide variety of spaces and configurations are generated. Structure and roof modules generate two spatial orders, the former orthogonal and the latter diagonal. Louis Kahn often divided program into a binary of servant and served spaces, with structure and servant spaces often commingled. He showed that if you expand structure sufficiently, it can become programmed poche and help establish a relationship between support program and occupiable space. For example, the tectonic system at the Yale Center for British Art also serves as mechanical space, while at Trenton Bathhouse, the expanded structure contains support program. For my project, the structural module is a 72-foot square with columns placed in each corner. Instead of occupying the minimum space required to support the roof, each column expands to a different size, creating occupiable poche space within and forming a dynamic spatial bay. There are a total of 5 structural modules, with poche columns ranging in size from 1.5-foot square to 24-foot square, allowing for a range of functions from those that are purely structural to forming occupiable spaces of varying scales. As the modules aggregate to create the field of the market hall, adjacent columns combine to create entirely new figures. The original column module dissolves, and new complex clusters are formed. My proposal for a market in Hollywood demonstrates that poche does not need to maintain Kahn's strict binary and can instead form a bistable relationship. It uses the shape of the poche and its containment of the program to organize interactions. At times, the poche object can act as a corner and defer to the market space, or the poche object can become the focus. Unlike Kahn, the space is not always the figure. The roof of the market utilizes the same 72-foot column spacing. The roof planes are lifted above the poche column figures, supported by thinner columns to add lightness to the structure, similar to Kahn's Trenton Bathhouse. There are 2 roof modules based on permutations of a butterfly roof. Aggregating these modules allows light to permeate into the space from one direction, producing dual lighting effects and porosities. The proposed market occupies a large site, with commercial zoning to the north and east, and single-family zoning to the south and west. The program combines elements of an open-air market, as well as a town hall. The site elevation shifts by 1 level, with the north being 15 feet higher than the south. Consequently, visitors enter the site on the 1st floor on the south, and on the 2nd level from the north. The plans are organized with the town hall primarily placed along the north and east commercial-facing edges of the site. In plan, the column aggregations create dynamic bistability with the spaces they define. Bistability occurs when a system has multiple stable states or perceptions. Here, the column aggregations sometimes become objects with the surrounding space acting as the field, while at other times the space becomes figural and the aggregations are the background. In contrast to the orthogonal column grid, the butterfly roof is organized along a diagonal grain. This reinforces the reading of the columns as independent figures within a field, rather than dropping into the background as an abstract series. The grain of the roof encourages non-orthogonal movement through the market, which is further encouraged by strategic placement of column modules in program. Moving sectionally, the roof can be read as a series of small discontinuous panels or as long continuous planes. From the southwest, the roof appears continuous. From the northeast, the discontinuities are revealed. These dual readings create different effects within the market. The discontinuities help with daylighting and climate control. The north-facing openings allow sunlight into the space, while shading visitors from harsh light and heat. The roof also helps orient visitors by providing different experiences depending on orientation. Through the layering of multiple hierarchies, the market produces non-hierarchy. The visitor does not defer to a single imposed order. Through bistability and duality, many forms of occupation unfold. Thanks for listening, and I hope you can join our discussion.